Hey guys, and welcome to Raja Makes Money. How did you do in the markets today? I had another good day this week. If you're not here on our live broadcast today, make sure in the comments below, let me know what stocks you're playing and how you did. I want to know. But another great day in the market today. Thought we'd do it a little later today. Let everybody join us at a different time and see what they thought. But yeah, another good day in the marketplace, and it's about the different stocks and what you guys are watching. What do you guys like? Which ones are working for you? And you just got to go with what works. So everybody knows today. So actually today, Apple earlier in the day was actually down a little bit. It was kind of a flat day. Even while the stock was down, I was still up today because of the option expiration period. And let's see here. So there's all sorts of different things, at play here with the expirations and how they all work with the weeklies and different stuff. So, but hey, no reason to hide it. Let's see what we did. And today, $32,000. So for the week, that puts us up about 100 and was about 130,000 or so for the week. So not too bad. 136,000 for the week. So somewhere in there. So not a bad week at all. So you're going to notice here, we only have the 16,000 plus 6,000. So we only have another 23,000 to make for the rest of the week. So what does that mean? Well, let me tell you what it means is we only have, we don't have that much in play because the price of the stock is at, as you can see, at 123. So it doesn't give us as much flexibility in it's not as much gains to say, because we've already made a lot of our money. So the good news is we've made a lot of our money and we've had a great week. The bad news is there's not as much to make. So we could look at rolling up or rolling out and doing some different plans. It just is kind of up to you, individually what people like to do. Thank you. Smoke It Up says, congrats on your last 3 days of profits. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's been very interesting in the markets. We had today, you had the Dow, everything was actually down early, and then the Dow came back up 60 points, the NASDAQ the S&P 500 up 5 points, and it's only 5, and the NASDAQ down, 5 points. So kind of a pretty much flat day. Very interesting, what was moving in the marketplace today. The different, stocks that were up and down. Some of the electric, vehicle ones were up and down. Mandera, was all the way down, come back up a little bit, but still way off its highs. Just, so much different stuff going on in the marketplace. So just want to always watch that. Margaret has a question. She says, is he really making that much money? No, Margaret, we're really not making that much money. We just make believe. Now this is live real-time trading, and you guys can see every day the trades that I'm making and stuff. Brian Fox says, I sold calls on Apple, no positions overnight. So, well, I mean, I say I look at it like this, and even at the end of the day, I'll show you. So the only trade I made today actually was one trade. I tried to make a few others, but I never got fills. I sold 200 contracts at 31 cents, bought them back at 25 cents. So I made an extra $1,200 on that. I had some more in at like 40 cents and different stuff. And I call those throwaway trades. They're kind of like overnight here. I'm pretty confident Apple's not going to drop 5 points the next 2 days. So it's kind of like, I don't know, you could write some more of these, 18s or 19s, a couple hundred contracts, you can pick up 2,000-3,000, or you could also look to roll up like these 600 contracts. If I rolled them up, I could pick up 5 cents, but it's only going to, $3,000. There's a lot of exposure. But I think it shows you that there's a lot of confidence in the market and where Apple, is going. So that's, one thing to look at. But yeah, the market's staying solid. Apple with the upgrades this week. This is very interesting. If you look at the charts, Apple's hit, this 125 mark a couple of times in the last month or 2 months, and then it comes back down. So this, we're going to see if we have that Christmas rally, and what's really going on with it. So like I said, very interesting stuff. Let's take some questions here. Raja, you have a great following. I think you should help people get into Bitcoin. And I've thought about that, Kurt. It's just very volatile. And I've done well in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin right now. Here's the thing: anyone who bought Bitcoin in the last ever, when something hits it, near new highs or almost new highs or at new highs, everybody wins. Of course, there's all those people who bought it at the highs and then panicked when it was 19, 20,000 and then went down to 5,000 and said, "Oh my God, I just lost all my money." So those are different things, and that's some of the big stuff that I worry about. This channel is to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm not. It doesn't matter if even if we had a million. Well, if we had a million people all trading Apple, maybe. But yeah, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm not here to hawk penny stocks. I'm not here to. This is what I'm doing. It's the excitement of the amount. See how much we can make a week, how much we can make a day, in a year. And just to teach you guys some strategies and how I use my mind intelligently instead of when I'm using it to play slots and give my money away. But like I said, we can't. Apple trades 120 to 140 million shares a day average trading volume. There is nothing we can do to manipulate the market. Like I said, we'd have to have a million people all trading 1,000 option contracts at the same time to move it. And that's why I like Apple, because it is so liquid. I've been looking at some other stocks, and there's some opportunities in the market. But if we write 10,000 contracts of like Nikola or some of those that you can move those stocks, and you can definitely move the option markets. But with Apple, yeah, if we come in and we write 5,000 contracts at once, we're going to move it a penny. It's very nominal, and it's not like we're going to influence the stock. It's just way too many shares trading, and it's, like I said, it's liquidable, and that's why I like it a lot. So see some more questions here. Bitcoin is not a bad place to put your money, but not for the weak. Yeah, it's like anything. If you catch it right, if you bought Bitcoin when it was $5, you did really well. You bought Bitcoin at 5,000, but it's very expensive. How many shares of Bitcoin? How many Bitcoins are you going to buy at $19,000 each? And these people saying that it's going to go to $100,000, $200,000. I don't know. Like I said, I've done okay in cryptocurrency. It's not my most incredible investments over forever, but I've been part of a lot of initial public offerings in the crypto world that have got smoked. They came out strong, and when everybody and their mother had started those at one point. So it's tough. You have to really look and. Like I said, everybody has a different strategy, a different game plan. What is your game plan that works the best for you, and what makes the most sense? But definitely different stuff out there. Isn't Warren Buffett a billionaire from stocks? Yep, he is. He's done very well. Very smart investor, and I look at a lot of stuff like he looks at a lot of stuff. It's just looking at the right things to play and what makes the most sense. Like I keep saying, it's all about what makes the most sense to you. What is your budget? What is your limits? If you do want to trade options, you probably need, under $5,000, it's not going to be very effective for you, just because if you can only trade I should say you could trade at different levels. If you're going to trade like Apple, for example, you'd only be able to really write like one contract for 100 shares with $5,000. Because of how because of the price. But if you want to go write a stock that's if you want to go write Kodak that's $6 a share with $5,000, you can go write 100 contracts, or 10 contracts, it'd be 20 with margin. You'd be able to write about 20 contracts of a $5 stock. So it just depends. But if it's 5 cents, so you could write one with $5,000. You could write one contract of Apple. The only thing you have to watch out for is, if the contract, let's say, was $1 and you write one contract, you're going to make $100, and your commission, could be $20, $30 for the trade. So it is not as effective. But, at the same token, if you have $5,000 in the bank and you're making 1% or less interest a year, you're not making any money anyways. So, and, it's a good learning curve, for you. Can't get hurt too bad. But no, a lot of money in option trading in the stock market and stuff like that. But it's just like I said, it's just a matter of what you guys are playing, what you're into, and let me know what other stocks you guys are playing. I'm always curious and stuff. So somebody says, would you say you made the most in your emailing business? So what a lot of people don't know is I ran the affiliate programs. So we did send internal email and different stuff, but most of the stuff that we got sued for were what affiliates did. It wasn't for us actually sending the email. So I ran the affiliate market, in the affiliate business, where you get paid a percentage of revenue and stuff from the affiliate stuff. So couple of questions, but you know what, like I said, if you're doing something in America that's legal and you make a lot of money, then so be it. I always compare it, and I have no problem ever talking about stuff like this, and we've talked about it, I think, on the Raja Makes Money series and stuff. But terms of service is what I got sued for. I didn't get sued for anything illegal or laws or different stuff like that. And if you have an opportunity to make a lot of money, you should. People always said, oh, you've been sued by the Microsoft, the attorney AG. You know what? And I say, yes, I have. And you know what company in the world has been sued by more people than any other company in the world? Microsoft. So is Bill Gates a villain? I mean, if you want to go off of how many times somebody's been sued or anything like that, that would make Microsoft 10 times. Bill Gates is 10 times more of a villain, than the Raja is, for what my affiliates did in email marketing. So, like I said, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I have no shame in my game. Any of lawsuits by AGs or companies, this is over 15 years ago, have all been settled and moved on. And I was a smart affiliate marketer, saved my money, parlayed it, and have done really well in life. But let's get back to some stock questions. So, what else, you guys? What other stocks you guys playing? I saw Jeff Schwartz had a question. Hey, Scott, I know it's not your cup of tea, but I am making money on SNDL. Honestly, I don't even know. What is that, sand or something? SNDL. I have no question what it is, but yeah, I mean, penny stocks, you can make a lot of money on them, but as fast as they go up, they can come down really fast. And like I said, I'm not into the pump and dump. That's penny stocks are pump and dumps. Obviously this one traded 800 million shares today. I don't know anything about it. If your buddy knows something about it and tips you off before everyone buys into it, you can do extremely incredible in penny stocks. But if you're the guy who buys it at 80 cents and it goes to 5 cents, you can lose your shirt as well on it. So, any recommendations on an app trading stocks for beginners? So I use Schwab, but a lot of people are using Robinhood. I'm not here to endorse any platforms, and use whatever you guys like the best. It's on its way to being not a penny stock. Like I said, if somebody's giving you inside information, or they've got they're going to be the shipping, they're making all the bottles that all the 2 billion vaccinations are going into. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about the stock, and I just know that well, first of all, here's what I do know. There's obviously a lot of shares out there trading. And for a stock to move 800 million shares in a day, a penny, even doesn't really matter the price of the stock, it's just that many shares. So if we research how many shares are in the float, more than likely somebody's done something with this. And it's actually concerning because it tells you there's just as many sellers. I mean, it's up a little bit. So on 800 million shares today, there was probably 600 million buyers and 200 million sellers. Well, if everybody knows that this stock is going to be big, why are they selling? Why isn't this stock already $8? And so this is what happened. Remember when President Trump at the time said Kodak, and Kodak was, $3, $5, and it shot up to $50. When there's a supply and demand imbalancement, that's what happens. So yeah, while penny, like I said, I've been part of some penny stocks, not on purpose, just because they were marijuana stocks that I invested in before they went public, and pretty much wore penny stocks. And I had one that was 15, 20 cents, went up to $1.50. I got lucky. I sold some of my stock in it, and then it came all the way back down to a tenth of a penny. So different things, just different stuff. Chaos. Scott, I have $30,000. How much could I make doing your strategy realistically? So doing my strategy realistically, you should make 1% to 2% a week or more. You will have some down weeks occasionally, but my goal is always to make 100% or more a year, and then it should actually be a lot more than that based on the fact that you're parlaying your profits. So it's kind of like compounded interest. But like I said, it also depends on your appetite for risk. I've been playing pretty mellow right now and not going too crazy just because, and I'm not going to do a whole lot because I'll be traveling the next 2 days. So I'll make some moves. I may even make some moves tomorrow into next week. But I don't want to, you got to be careful because like I said, as fast as anything can go up, it can come down. And let's look at the news. So next week, we really don't have any big news. The only, like, here's what people like I always tell you, buy on the rumor, sell on the news. What you want to look at is what do we have going on next week? The only big news that we really have coming, most of your big earnings are already out. We know what everybody's done for the holidays. You're going to have more shutdowns coming. Even with the vaccination, we're going to have shutdowns. The only thing keeping the people not paying attention to all the shutdowns and revenue going down is the fact that we have a vaccination. But like they keep telling everyone, the vaccination, well, first of all, the vaccination is not going to even be approved for another week. So the only thing that could really pop the market early next week would be them approving the vaccination early, but it still doesn't really have any effect because 20 million vaccinations on 350 million people that you have to have 2 doses isn't going to make a big effect. It's like they said, the vaccine, the cavalry is coming, but it's not going to be here until, March or April or, May. Maybe by May next year, we'll be back to normal. So like I said, some of that stuff is just... it's mind blowing to me. Why would, we've been on, in our gambling channel, we've done all these Norwegian cruises, great cruise line, have a great time. But who would buy into a company that just lost $2 billion? And, by the time they have their first sailing, they're going to have lost $2 billion. Who wants to buy into it? Do you want to own that stock that's just debt loaded? And, but like I said, for some reason they're going up and doing different stuff. Somebody says Tesla going in the S&P. So this is my thing on Tesla, and I've said it a million times. Elon Musk is a genius, and he's also a lunatic. Yesterday, same thing. Everything's going good. Your stock's near highs, and what do? You tweet. If we don't cut costs, we're gonna, lose our shirt. If somebody wants to acquire us or we can merge with someone, maybe we will. The guy can't control himself. He just, has what I like to call diarrhea of the mouth. Like I said, he's a genius and he's a lunatic. You can't knock the guy for what he's invented and getting a spaceship to the moon, or not to the moon, into space, or to the space station. You can't knock the guy on his accomplishments, but he just does crazy stuff. So hard to say. All right, new expression. Can you run another account using a portfolio closer to what your viewers could relate to? Maybe 1,000 to 10,000 to start. Yeah, so I do have other portfolios that I run for people, my friends and stuff. Some of them, you guys know Lacey on the Slot Lady. Some of my managers, I always help them out and stuff. And they've done good. One of my managers started with 100,000 60 days ago, and he's up 50%. We're up. He's up to 152 grand as of today. So lots of opportunity, different, you could definitely do different things. And hold on, let me see here. Let me pull it up. Let's see if we can get it. All right, let's see here. There we go. All right. So these are the stuff I'm doing in his account. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. I'm going to enlarge the picture for you so you can see it. Yeah. So this is his account, and so today is up 1,100, and you can see we did, like, this week we did 40 contracts of the 114s and 20 contracts of the 117s. So his profit this week, he's already up $3,200. Today, $1,100, and he only has $600 left. But for the week, he should pretty easily make $4,000. So he's good. Great return on investment for him, a little over 2.5%. And since he started, let me just to protect his identity, but I don't mind sharing, but definitely just want to protect it. Let's see. We go to his balance. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, you can start with any amount of money. and you know, can do really well. But yeah, he started this account with $100,000. And you can see here in a 3-month period. So he started with 100 right here around September 2nd. So in the last month, we're up about 15,000, 135.7 to 152. So it's about $18,000. So not a bad return. So weighted return for the month is 13.3%. And rated return for the 3-month period. So he started, he funded his account on September 2nd. We didn't really start trading until about the 8th. So I don't know, September 8th, October 8th, November 8th. So I guess 90, yeah, it's about 90 days. So not a bad 51% return. So what do you guys think? Is that a good return on investment? What do you guys think? I don't know. You know, I'm sure some of you will tell me it's horrible. And some of you will probably say, you know what, Raja, that's actually pretty good. You did good. So we can look at on my account. I'll show you guys. Like I said, and I was showing you guys before, you know, the last 30 days on this one, you know, is pretty good. But previously, so in 30 days on this account, it's up 10% return. You know, so not bad. It was like we started at 4,673 to 5,1. So at about 400,000 plus, you know, for the month. So it's not too bad. Could do a few slot spins on it and stuff. But like I said, it's just what you guys want to play, what you're into, what stocks you like. Yeah, so $472,000 for the 1 month change. So pretty good. But yeah, just like I said, you know, what are you guys into? What do you want to play? You know, what's your appetite for risk? I got time. We'll do 3 more questions. So, what do we got here? I bet Lacey has 1 million plus. No, so Lacey's doing good. You know, I like to see my, you know, people I work with and friends do well, because it's very impressive if somebody can save money and do it. I want to help them. So he knows what he's doing. Hey, Raj, I think Palantir is a good buy. They're talking it down, but the company has a lockdown on government contracts. So I did, because somebody brought that up yesterday, and I saw some comments on it. I started researching it a little. I saw it was, you know, went from like a buy or overweight to underweight, or, you know, something. It's tough on those new IPO stuff, and stuff that was $10 that runs to 30 and has no earnings and different stuff. Those are really tough. So you got to be really careful with those. I can't. They're just tough. You know, that's about all I can say. You got to be very, very careful with those. And you know, just be careful. That's all I can say. So, but I'll keep watching it. You know, let you guys know what I think and stuff. Pictures out of focus there. 1 second. All right. So, all right. A little more questions here. Do you play in a cash account or a margin account? So I use a margin account. So it is all cash, but it is it's marginable. I'm not borrowing any money and paying any interest on it. Like if you buy a stock and margin and stuff. When will you be able to sign up to see your live trades so we can learn options? So we do have the Raja Makes Money Patreon group, and that's where the live trades will be. So like today, there would have been 2 of them. You know, but yeah, that's coming, and that will all launch. We may launch a little bit earlier, but yes, everything's going to be launching the first week of January. So we're just gearing it all up, kind of giving you guys a little taste of what to expect. You know, let you know that besides being the most amazing slot player in the world, I'm actually pretty smart and talented at a few other things in life. But no, I've traded options and stocks for a long time. I've made a lot of money, and I've lost a lot of money in the past. And you know, from losing money, you can work on your systems, and that's how you get better. You just keep refining them, and eventually over time, people or not people, yourself, you learn what works. And like I said, I have a system that works. It's working really well in up and down markets, and you know, that's what you want to kind of play. So all right, I got time for 1 more question. So Justin says, how does a person get involved in trading? Is there a link to read up on Raja? So I will be having a weekly blogs like we do on the Big Jackpot about different option trading, how it works. If you watch some of my earlier videos last week and stuff, I'm going to try and educate you guys how I'm doing it, what I'm doing. With option trading, there is so many different ways to do it. I mean, between calls and puts and buy to open, buy to close, and straddles and iron horses, and they got all these fancy names. Like I said, don't ever let it scare you. It's very simple, and that's not what I do. I keep it so simple. I mean, you can do some strategies to hedge and do stuff, but I just keep it simple. Like if something works for you, make it simple. Be easy with it and stuff. So, Scott, are you worried about assignment? 1,000 contracts is $12,000 or $12,500,000. So I'm not worried about assignment. A couple of reasons why. We did discuss this last week a little bit. One is I like Apple. I think it's going to be great, and we're never going to get it put to us because we're going to close those positions. Me personally, I always close those positions out. So unless I was doing this because I definitely wanted to own it, I'm just going to roll it out, and I'm going to keep rolling it out until it catches up, if it does have a drop. So we may have a couple of bumpy weeks. If Apple was to drop 10 points tomorrow, it wouldn't be the best day of my life, but I also wouldn't stress about it, and it wouldn't be the worst day of my life. The difference is in a slot machine, you lose $10,000. You could then lose another 10,000, another 10,000, and you may never hit a jackpot. But with the stock market, if you have the right stocks, I think at the end of the day we could all agree Apple is going to be worth more money in a year from now than it is today. It may in the next year, it's $123 right now. In the next year it could go down again to $85. But I think by 2022 or 23 or at some point, Apple is going to be worth more than it is today. And that's why I play Apple, because it's a solid company and, it's really good. Joe says, why Charles Schwab went on a full service offshore account for maximum leverage. Schwab's taken really good care of me. And if you guys look at what I'm paying for my contracts, if you guys look at some of those, when I show those screens, I have a really good deal with Schwab based on, the amount of volume I move, and it saves me a lot of money. When like yesterday we traded, what do we count? 8,000 or 8,000 contracts. It can get very costly paying for contracts, and something like Robinhood isn't equipped to handle it. And honestly, I don't trust my money at some offshore place. I'm happy to pay I'm happy to make a lot of money, and I'm happy to pay a lot of taxes to the government. And you know what? I'm happy to be an American and live here in America and have my freedoms. If it helps keep the country going. So that's, what, some people probably won't agree with that, or they'll say, screw the taxes. But you know what? At the end of the day, I paid so much in taxes. It's just part of it, and I'm used to it. So that's why I do that. But let's see. Anything else before I got to take off here? Is Scott number 2 going to Vegas this week with you? Very important stock question. No, he's not. He was just here with me for Thanksgiving, but he will not be in Vegas. Actually, in Vegas this week is just me and Brian. Everybody else will stand behind or getting ready to go with us to Hollywood, Florida. So Jose's going, Hank, Dustin, everybody's going down there. So wait, I'm 13. I know nothing about nothing. Investing my money online. What should I do? For you probably need to start slower. You need to watch all my videos and start watching my videos when we launch, and try and educate yourself. And like I said, I'm going to be doing stuff to try and educate you guys and teach you. And, I'm reading all the questions that you guys are asking, and keep asking your questions. Leave the comments on my videos, because that lets me know what you guys, are into, what you're thinking. I obviously there's some of you guys that have been, buying and trading stocks and options for 20, 30 years, I'm sure. And there's some of you that have never done it. So it is a wide gamut. And like I said, the purpose of my channel is the excitement of, we're going to have a $5 million when we start. This account will be back when we start. We're going to remove, hopefully we're up to 6 million when it's ready to go. We'll move $1 million. But yeah, we're going to start with 5 million when we launch, and it's going to be, how much can I make, in a day, a week, a month, a year. And it's going to be fun, and you're going to, see all the trading. You'll be able to see what I do. Like I said, 99% of the time it's mostly Apple, and I have my reasons for that. But, I've been looking at some other stocks and some different things, and, if you guys will see those. It's up to you. Like I said, I'm not here to hawk anything. I'm here to let you guys watch what I do and hear my opinion, and you know, so you can watch Jim Cramer on CNBC, or you can listen to the Raja when I go live and talk about it. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. Thank you all for tuning in and joining us. And I hope that you guys all make a lot of money in the market. Unfortunately for me, as you saw, I don't have a big potential to make much tomorrow or the rest of this week. Right now, we only got 23,000 left. So depending on where the market is tomorrow at close, we may roll out into some puts to open for next week on Apple, or we may just roll up tomorrow. And you know, if Apple's 123, 124, we may try and write some 121s for 15, 20 cents and pick up a little money that way. Sometimes I've learned the hard way many times. Sometimes trying to pick up breadcrumbs, like I call it, 5, 10 cents on a 1,000 contracts at 10 cents, you're trying to pick up 10 grand, and all of a sudden Apple drops a point, you just lost $90,000, and then you have to roll it out, and it's a mess. So sometimes it's easy just to make your money for the and like I said, how many people? I'm going to be up. If we just do what we're doing and we don't change anything, we have $160,000 profit this week. I'm not complaining. I think it's a great week, way above our 1% goal, and was that 3% for the week? So I'm not complaining, and very happy with it. So sometimes you just got to. It's hard because sometimes I'm ready. I'm like, let's do this, and you know what? Sometimes it just bites you. So that's just me being a cautious investor. But thank you guys for joining us, and we'll be a little rougher on the road the next couple of days. But the good news is, for all my fans from the Big Jackpot watching, we're going to have 3 days of live play from Las Vegas. So I am sure I will be seeing everyone, all my Big Jackpot fans and all my new people on Raja Makes Money. And please, thank you guys, everyone who's been sharing this on Facebook and YouTube and letting their friends know about this new channel. I thank you so much, and thanks again. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow afternoon, probably with a little update or live from the casino. It'll be one or the other. Take care. Have a great rest of your night.